You're Not Shy: How to Master Emotional Intelligence and Social Skills, written by Justin Tracy, published by Simple Audiobooks. Introduction. Many people believe they are naturally shy, socially awkward, or simply not good at interacting with others. But the reality is that social confidence and emotional intelligence are learned skills, not fixed traits. From a young age, we absorb social behaviors based on our environment, experiences, and the messages we receive from parents, teachers, and peers. If we were frequently told that we were quiet or shy, or if we faced negative social experiences such as rejection or embarrassment, we might have internalized the belief that we are not socially capable. Over time, these beliefs shape our behaviors, making us hesitant in conversations, afraid of social interactions, and anxious about how others perceive us. However, the truth is that these patterns can be unlearned, and new, more empowering habits can take their place. Emotional intelligence: the ability to recognize, understand, and manage both our own emotions and the emotions of others plays a critical role in social success. It allows us to navigate conversations smoothly, respond appropriately to different social cues, and form deeper connections with people. Understanding emotions is at the core of mastering social skills. Many people struggle socially not because they lack intelligence or charisma, but because they are unaware of how their emotions and thought patterns influence their behavior. When faced with a social situation, some individuals experience self-doubt, overthink their words, or assume others are judging them harshly. These thoughts create anxiety, which in turn affects body language, speech, and overall presence. Instead of appearing confident and relaxed, they might come across as closed off, uninterested, or nervous, which can make socializing feel even more difficult. But this cycle can be broken by developing emotional awareness, learning to control inner dialogue, and practicing new behaviors until they become second nature. One of the biggest misconceptions about shyness is that it is a permanent personality trait. While some people may naturally be more reserved or introspective, that does not mean they are destined to struggle socially. In fact, many people who were once shy have learned to project confidence and ease in conversations by intentionally improving their social skills. The key is recognizing that confidence is not something you are born with, but something you cultivate through practice and experience. The more you expose yourself to social interactions, the more comfortable you become, and what once felt intimidating eventually becomes effortless. The brain adapts to new behaviors, and over time, positive social experiences replace negative ones, reinforcing the belief that you are capable and socially skilled. Mastering social skills is not about pretending to be someone you're not or forcing yourself into conversations that feel unnatural. Instead, it's about understanding how communication works, learning how to present yourself in an authentic and engaging way, and developing the ability to connect with people on a deeper level. The way you carry yourself, the way you listen, the way you respond, all of these small factors add up to create the impression you make on others. Becoming socially confident does not mean you have to be extroverted or the life of the party. It simply means you are comfortable in your own skin and able to engage with people without fear or hesitation. Social intelligence: the ability to read social situations, adapt to different environments, and respond appropriately is just as important as emotional intelligence. Some people struggle in social settings because they misinterpret social cues, overthink their responses, or fear saying the wrong thing. However, social intelligence can be strengthened by paying attention to body language, tone of voice, and the unspoken messages that influence conversations. By observing successful communicators and modeling their behavior, anyone can learn to navigate social situations with ease. Many people think improving social skills requires drastic personality changes, but in reality, small adjustments can make a huge difference. Simple habits like maintaining eye contact, using open body language, and actively listening can transform the way people perceive you. People are naturally drawn to those who exude warmth, confidence, and authenticity, and these qualities can be developed through intentional effort. The ability to make others feel heard and valued is one of the most powerful social skills, and it does not require being the most talkative or outgoing person in the room. This book is designed to help you break free from social hesitation, develop emotional intelligence, and master the art of communication. It will guide you through practical techniques, mindset shifts, and real-world strategies that will allow you to express yourself confidently and connect with others effortlessly. Instead of avoiding social interactions or feeling anxious about conversations, you will learn how to engage naturally and build strong, meaningful relationships. The more you practice, the more you will realize that social success is not about being born with charisma, it's about understanding how people connect and using that knowledge to your advantage. Throughout this book, you will discover how to overcome the fear of judgment, navigate conversations smoothly, and build rapport with others. You will also learn how to handle difficult social situations, resolve conflicts, and set boundaries without fear. By the time you finish reading, you will have the tools and confidence to walk into any social situation feeling at ease, knowing that you have the ability to connect with others in a genuine and meaningful way. Social confidence is not a gift reserved for a select few, it is a skill that anyone can develop with the right mindset and approach. Chapter 1. The truth about shyness and social anxiety. Shyness and social anxiety are not inherent traits, but conditioned responses that develop over time due to past experiences, limiting beliefs, and a deep-seated fear of judgment or rejection. Many people who identify as shy believe that their discomfort in social situations is a fixed part of their personality, but in reality, it is a learned behavior that becomes reinforced through avoidance and negative self-perception. Shyness often begins in childhood, where early experiences play a crucial role in shaping how we perceive social interactions. For example, if a child speaks up in class and is laughed at, scolded, or ignored, they may internalize the idea that expressing themselves leads to discomfort or embarrassment. If parents or teachers label a child as quiet or shy, they may unconsciously adopt this identity, reinforcing behaviors of withdrawal and hesitation. Over time, these learned responses become habits that shape social behavior, making individuals feel anxious or uncertain in social settings. This can lead to a vicious cycle. Someone who sees themselves as shy avoids social interactions, which prevents them from gaining positive experiences, further reinforcing their belief that they are socially incapable. Social anxiety takes this a step further, creating a heightened sense of fear and apprehension around social situations, often accompanied by physical symptoms such as a racing heart, sweaty palms, dry mouth, trembling, or even difficulty breathing. This happens because the brain, specifically the amygdala, perceives social exposure as a potential threat, triggering the body's fight or flight response. Even in harmless situations, such as meeting new people, speaking in front of a group, or simply making eye contact, anxiety signals danger, making the person feel overwhelmed or paralyzed. The mind fixates on worst-case scenarios, imagining judgment, embarrassment, or rejection, even when no actual threat exists. Because this fear is so intense, individuals with social anxiety often engage in avoidance behaviors, such as staying silent during conversations, keeping interactions brief, or avoiding social events altogether. While these avoidance strategies provide temporary relief, they ultimately reinforce the fear, making social situations feel even more daunting in the future. The longer someone avoids social interactions, the more their confidence erodes, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy where they believe they are not good at socializing, when in reality, they simply lack practice. However, the good news is that both shyness and social anxiety can be unlearned and replaced with confidence through intentional effort, gradual exposure, and mindset shifts. Just as the brain learned to associate social situations with discomfort, it can also be trained to associate them with ease and enjoyment. The key to overcoming shyness is breaking the cycle of avoidance and confronting social situations with a new perspective. Instead of seeing socializing as something to fear, It must be reframed as a skill that can be developed, just like any other. One of the biggest misconceptions about overcoming shyness is that it requires an extreme personality shift, where someone must suddenly become extroverted or outgoing. In reality, even small adjustments, such as improving posture, maintaining eye contact, and initiating short conversations, can lead to significant improvements in social confidence. Self-perception plays a major role in social anxiety, as those who struggle with it tend to be hyper-aware of their actions, assuming that every word, movement, or facial expression is being scrutinized by others. However, in truth, people are far more focused on themselves than on judging those around them. This realization can be incredibly freeing, as it allows individuals to release some of the pressure they place on themselves. Social anxiety thrives on self-criticism, where individuals constantly replay conversations in their minds, overanalyzing what they said or did wrong. Learning to silence this inner critic and replace negative self-talk with self-compassion is crucial for breaking free from social hesitation. One of the most effective ways to overcome social anxiety is through gradual exposure, pushing oneself slightly outside of their comfort zone in controlled and manageable steps. For instance, if starting conversations with strangers feels overwhelming, the first step might be something as simple as making eye contact and smiling at people throughout the day. Once that becomes comfortable, the next step could be giving short greetings, followed by asking simple questions. Each small success builds confidence and proves to the brain that socializing is not as threatening as it once seemed. Over time, these small actions compound into significant improvements, making social interactions feel effortless rather than stressful. Another important aspect of overcoming shyness is developing emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize, understand, and manage both one's own emotions and the emotions of others. Shyness often stems from a lack of awareness of how to navigate social cues, leading to hesitation and uncertainty. By improving emotional intelligence, individuals can learn to read body language, interpret tone of voice, and respond appropriately to different social dynamics. This helps them feel more in control of interactions and reduces the anxiety associated with unpredictability. Additionally, developing emotional intelligence enhances empathy, allowing individuals to connect with others on a deeper level and form meaningful relationships. Confidence in social settings is not about eliminating nervousness entirely, but about learning to take action despite it. Even the most charismatic and socially skilled individuals experience moments of self-doubt or awkwardness, but what sets them apart is their ability to push through discomfort rather than retreat into avoidance. The more one engages in social interactions, the more they reinforce new neural pathways in the brain that associate socializing with positive experiences rather than fear. It is important to celebrate small victories along the way, as each step forward builds momentum and rewires the brain's response to social situations. Additionally, understanding that rejection or awkward moments are a natural part of socializing can help reduce the fear of failure. No one has perfect conversations all the time, and even the most socially confident individuals experience occasional missteps. Instead of viewing social mistakes as catastrophic, they should be seen as learning opportunities. Reframing failures as stepping stones rather than setbacks helps build resilience and reduces the fear associated with putting oneself out there. Shyness and social anxiety do not define who a person is. They are simply patterns that have been reinforced over time. By shifting the way one thinks about social interactions, gradually facing fears, and practicing new behaviors, anyone can break free from social hesitation and cultivate confidence. The journey to overcoming shyness is not about becoming someone different, but about unlocking the ability to express oneself fully and authentically. With consistent effort and the right mindset, social skills can be developed just like any other skill, making social interactions feel natural, enjoyable, and empowering. Chapter 2: Understanding Emotional Intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the cornerstone of meaningful relationships, effective communication, and social success. yet many people fail to recognize its importance, often mistaking intelligence or charm for the real key to social mastery. In reality, emotional intelligence is what determines how well individuals understand themselves, regulate their emotions, perceive others, and navigate social interactions. It is made up of four essential components: self-awareness, self-regulation, social awareness, and relationship management, each playing a crucial role in shaping the way individuals engage with the world. Self-awareness is the ability to recognize and understand one's own emotions, thoughts, and behaviors, allowing for a deeper understanding of what drives reactions, decisions, and social behaviors. Without self-awareness, individuals often get caught in patterns of impulsive reactions, misinterpretations, and emotional confusion, which can damage relationships and hinder personal growth. When someone lacks self-awareness, they may repeatedly find themselves in similar conflicts, feeling misunderstood or struggling with the same emotional challenges without realizing that their own responses contribute to these situations. The key to developing self-awareness is regularly reflecting on emotions, identifying triggers, and understanding how thoughts and beliefs shape behavior. Self-regulation follows self-awareness and refers to the ability to manage emotions effectively, rather than allowing them to dictate actions. Many people allow feelings of anger, frustration, fear, or anxiety to control their responses, leading to arguments, misunderstandings, and regrettable decisions. Emotionally intelligent individuals, however, learn to pause before reacting, assess their emotional state, and choose a response that aligns with their long-term goals, rather than acting on temporary feelings. This ability to control impulses and manage emotions is essential in maintaining healthy relationships, fostering resilience, and staying composed under pressure. A person with poor self-regulation may lash out when criticized, become overwhelmed by stress, or struggle to remain calm in difficult situations, whereas someone with strong emotional intelligence can navigate these challenges with clarity and composure. Social awareness, another core aspect of emotional intelligence, is the ability to read and interpret the emotions, thoughts, and behaviors of others, as well as the unspoken dynamics of social interactions. People with strong social awareness can pick up on subtle cues, such as body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, and energy shifts, allowing them to adapt their communication style and respond appropriately to different situations. Without social awareness, misunderstandings are common, relationships suffer, and social interactions can feel awkward or forced. Someone who lacks social awareness may unintentionally come across as insensitive, interrupt at the wrong moments, or struggle to understand when someone is upset or disinterested. Emotionally intelligent individuals, however, are highly attuned to others, allowing them to connect on a deeper level, build trust, and foster meaningful relationships. Social awareness also involves recognizing the larger social context of a situation, understanding group dynamics, power structures, and unwritten social rules that influence interactions. By developing this skill, individuals can navigate complex social settings with ease, whether in personal relationships, workplace environments, or public interactions. The fourth and final component of emotional intelligence is relationship management, which involves using emotional awareness and self-regulation to build, maintain, and strengthen connections with others. This includes effective communication, conflict resolution, and the ability to inspire, motivate, and positively influence people. Many people struggle socially because they lack intelligence or charisma, and because they fail to navigate the complexities of human emotions, both their own and those of others. Relationship management requires strong listening skills, the ability to empathize with different perspectives, and the capacity to handle difficult conversations with grace and understanding. People with high emotional intelligence excel in leadership roles because they know how to bring people together, mediate conflicts, and create an environment where others feel heard and valued. They understand that effective communication is not just about speaking well, but about truly listening and responding with thoughtfulness. Without strong relationship management skills, even the most intelligent or skilled individuals can struggle with social disconnection, workplace tensions, and personal misunderstandings. A crucial aspect of emotional intelligence is understanding that emotions are not good or bad. They are simply information, signals from the brain that provide valuable insights into one's experiences and interactions. Instead of suppressing emotions or allowing them to take over, emotionally intelligent individuals learn to interpret what their feelings are telling them and respond with intention rather than impulse. For example, rather than seeing anxiety as a weakness, someone with emotional intelligence recognizes it as a sign that they may need to prepare better for a situation or challenge negative thoughts that are causing unnecessary fear. Similarly, anger can indicate that a boundary has been crossed or that an issue needs to be addressed. But instead of reacting aggressively, emotionally intelligent individuals learn to express their concerns in a calm and constructive manner. Developing emotional intelligence requires practice, self-reflection, and a willingness to challenge ingrained habits and beliefs. For instance, someone who frequently experiences social anxiety may assume that their discomfort in conversations means they are not socially skilled. But emotional intelligence teaches that anxiety is just a temporary emotional state, not an identity. Instead of retreating or avoiding interactions, they can acknowledge their feelings, regulate their response, and push through discomfort with self-assurance. Similarly, improving emotional intelligence allows individuals to strengthen their empathy, which is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Empathy is a crucial component of building trust and meaningful relationships, as it enables individuals to connect on a deeper level and foster genuine understanding. Many people listen to respond, rather than to understand, but emotionally intelligent individuals listen with the intention of truly grasping another person's perspective. This shift in mindset leads to more authentic connections, reduces conflict, and creates a more positive social presence. Emotional intelligence also plays a major role in leadership and influence, as those who master it can inspire others, manage teams effectively, and handle high-pressure situations with composure. Whether in personal relationships, professional environments, or casual social interactions, emotional intelligence determines how individuals are perceived and how successful they are in building rapport with others. The key to strengthening emotional intelligence is consistent practice engaging in self-reflection, challenging automatic reactions, and actively working on understanding both one's own emotions and those of others. Over time, these efforts lead to heightened social confidence, improved relationships, and an overall greater sense of control in interactions. Those who lack emotional intelligence often struggle with misunderstandings, frustration, and isolation, but those who develop it gain a powerful advantage in navigating life's social complexities. Ultimately, emotional intelligence is not just about being emotionally aware, but about using that awareness to create meaningful connections, communicate effectively, and master the emotions that shape personal and social success. It is the key to handling difficult conversations, building deep relationships, and maintaining emotional balance in all areas of life. By strengthening emotional intelligence, individuals gain the ability to respond to challenges with clarity rather than reactivity, cultivate trust and respect in their relationships, and build a sense of confidence that is rooted in self-awareness and emotional mastery. Developing this skill transforms not only how individuals interact with others, but also how they experience the world, leading to more fulfilling connections, greater resilience, and a stronger sense of purpose in life. Chapter 3: The Power of Body Language. Body language is a powerful, often overlooked aspect of communication that conveys more meaning than words, shaping how people are perceived and influencing the outcome of social interactions. From posture to facial expressions, gestures to eye contact, every nonverbal cue sends a message, whether intentional or not. Many people focus solely on verbal communication, not realizing that their body language can either reinforce or contradict their words, affecting trust, confidence, and connection. The way someone carries themselves, whether they stand tall with shoulders back or slouch with arms crossed, immediately signals their level of confidence and openness. A firm handshake, steady eye contact, and relaxed posture exude self-assurance, while fidgeting, avoiding eye contact, or closed-off gestures indicate nervousness, discomfort, or insecurity. The subconscious mind picks up on these cues instantly, influencing how people respond to one another. In social settings, confident body language makes an individual more approachable, charismatic, and engaging, while poor body language creates barriers to effective communication. For example, a person who maintains an open stance and leans slightly forward shows interest in a conversation, while someone who folds their arms, looks away, or shifts their weight uncomfortably appears disengaged or defensive. Small adjustments, such as standing with feet shoulder-width apart, using hand gestures naturally, and keeping facial expressions warm and expressive, can dramatically enhance communication effectiveness. Understanding the nuances of body language is essential for both interpreting others' emotions and ensuring that one's own nonverbal signals align with their intentions. Micro-expressions, brief, involuntary facial expressions that reveal genuine emotions, can expose what someone truly feels, even if their words suggest otherwise. A fleeting look of discomfort, a momentary tightening of the jaw, or a subtle raise of the eyebrows can indicate hidden emotions that words may conceal. Recognizing these micro-expressions allows for deeper social awareness, helping individuals respond appropriately in conversations and navigate interactions with greater insight. In contrast, a lack of body language awareness can lead to misinterpretations, misunderstandings, and missed social cues. For example, someone who fails to recognize when another person is uncomfortable or uninterested may unknowingly continue a conversation that the other person wishes to exit. Conversely, an individual who is attuned to nonverbal signals can adjust their approach, ensuring more meaningful and effective interactions. In professional environments, body language plays a crucial role in establishing credibility, leadership presence, and influence. A poised, self-assured stance, combined with deliberate and purposeful movements, conveys authority and competence, making others more likely to trust and respect the speaker. In contrast, weak or uncertain body language can undermine even the most well-spoken individuals, causing them to appear less confident or capable. Leaders and public speakers who master body language use it strategically to engage their audience, emphasize key points, and create a commanding presence. For example, controlled hand gestures can reinforce verbal messages, making them more impactful, while maintaining eye contact establishes connection and trust. Additionally, mirroring, the subconscious act of mimicking another person's body language, can foster rapport and make interactions feel more natural and harmonious. When done subtly, mirroring signals empathy and understanding, making the other person feel more comfortable and connected. Body language also significantly impacts personal relationships, as it reveals unspoken emotions and strengthens bonds between individuals. A simple touch on the arm, a genuine smile, or a warm embrace communicates care and affection more effectively than words alone. In romantic relationships, nonverbal communication often dictates the level of intimacy and connection between partners. When body language aligns with verbal expressions, trust and emotional closeness are reinforced. However, mismatched signals, such as saying "I'm fine" while displaying tense body language, create confusion and distance. In friendships and social interactions, positive body language fosters warmth and approachability, encouraging deeper connections and mutual understanding. Active listening, which includes nodding, leaning in, and maintaining eye contact, signals genuine interest and makes conversations more engaging. Without these nonverbal affirmations, interactions can feel hollow or disconnected, even if the right words are spoken. The psychological impact of body language extends beyond social interactions, influencing personal confidence and mindset. Studies have shown that adopting power poses, expansive, open stances can increase feelings of confidence and reduce stress by altering hormone levels. Standing tall with an upright posture and taking up space triggers physiological changes that enhance self-perception, making individuals feel more in control and assertive. Conversely, closed-off postures, such as slouching or crossing arms, reinforce feelings of insecurity and hesitation. This mind-body connection demonstrates that body language is not just a reflection of emotions, but also a tool for shaping them. By consciously adjusting posture, gestures, and facial expressions, individuals can influence their own emotional state and project confidence even in challenging situations. This is particularly beneficial in high-stress scenarios, such as job interviews, public speaking engagements, or networking events, where strong body language can make a lasting impression. Cultural differences also play a significant role in body language interpretation, as nonverbal cues can vary widely across different societies. A gesture that signifies confidence in one culture may be perceived as arrogance or disrespect in another. For example, direct eye contact is often seen as a sign of confidence and honesty in Western cultures, but may be considered confrontational or inappropriate in some Asian cultures. Understanding cultural variations in body language is crucial for effective cross-cultural communication, preventing unintended offense and fostering mutual respect. Additionally, different social contexts require different body language adjustments. What is appropriate in a casual setting may not be suitable in a formal or professional environment. Adapting nonverbal communication based on context ensures smoother interactions and stronger social adaptability. Mastering body language requires ongoing awareness, observation, and intentional practice. Many people are unaware of their habitual nonverbal cues, which may be working against them in social situations. Recording oneself speaking, receiving feedback from others, and consciously making small adjustments in daily interactions can lead to significant improvements. Practicing in front of a mirror or watching body language experts, such as skilled speakers, charismatic leaders, or actors, can also provide valuable insights into effective nonverbal communication. Making an effort to maintain open body language, use expressive facial gestures, and project confidence through posture can dramatically improve social presence, making interactions more engaging and impactful. Body language not only affects how others perceive an individual, but also how that individual perceives themselves. When someone adopts strong, confident body language, they start to feel more self-assured, reinforcing a positive self-image and reducing social anxiety. This principle is especially powerful for those who struggle with shyness or nervousness in social situations. By deliberately standing tall, making purposeful gestures, and maintaining a composed facial expression, they can project confidence externally, which in turn influences internal feelings of self-assurance. Over time, these adjustments become second nature, transforming both social interactions and self-perception. Nonverbal communication is a skill that, when mastered, enhances every aspect of life, from personal relationships to professional success. It shapes first impressions, builds trust, and conveys emotions more effectively than words alone. Those who understand and control their body language gain a significant advantage in social situations, as they can influence how they are perceived and establish stronger, more authentic connections. Awareness of body language allows individuals to detect subtle cues in others, navigate conversations with greater ease, and avoid common pitfalls that lead to miscommunication. Whether in leadership roles, social gatherings, or everyday conversations, body language serves as a silent yet powerful force that determines the quality and impact of human interactions. By actively refining nonverbal communication skills, individuals unlock greater confidence, influence, and social success, transforming the way they engage with the world. Chapter 4: The Art of Conversation. The art of conversation is a crucial skill that shapes relationships, influences opportunities, and determines social success. Yet many people struggle with it due to fear, self-doubt, or a lack of understanding of effective communication techniques. Conversation is more than just exchanging words. It is about creating connection, building trust, and engaging in meaningful interactions that leave a lasting impact. Mastering conversation requires a combination of confidence, active listening, emotional intelligence, and adaptability to different social contexts. The key to great conversation starts with genuine interest in others, as people are naturally drawn to those who make them feel valued and heard. Asking thoughtful, open-ended questions encourages deeper discussions, while responding with curiosity and enthusiasm keeps the conversation engaging. Many people fail in conversations because they focus too much on themselves, either trying to impress others, overthinking their words, or fearing judgment rather than simply being present and responsive to the flow of dialogue. The best conversationalists are those who know how to balance speaking and listening, making the interaction feel effortless and enjoyable. Active listening is a critical component, as it involves not just hearing words, but understanding emotions, reading nonverbal cues, and responding in a way that makes the other person feel acknowledged. Nodding, maintaining eye contact, and using affirming phrases like "that's interesting" or "tell me more" make conversations more dynamic and engaging. A common mistake people make is waiting for their turn to speak instead of truly absorbing what the other person is saying, which results in disjointed and surface-level interactions. Confidence plays a major role in conversational success, as people are naturally drawn to those who speak with clarity, conviction, and ease. Many struggle with social anxiety or overanalyzing their words, fearing they will say something wrong or awkward. However, overthinking often leads to hesitation, making conversations feel forced or unnatural. The best way to overcome this is by shifting focus away from self-consciousness and toward making the other person feel comfortable. Approaching conversations with the mindset of curiosity rather than performance reduces pressure and allows for a more authentic exchange. Tone of voice, pace of speech, and articulation also influence how a message is received. Speaking too fast can make someone seem nervous, while speaking too slowly can come across as disinterested. A steady, engaging tone with natural pauses creates a rhythm that keeps conversations flowing smoothly. Avoiding filler words like and enhances confidence and makes speech more impactful. Additionally, humor is a powerful conversational tool that breaks tension, lightens the mood, and fosters rapport. A well-timed joke, playful remark, can make interactions more enjoyable and memorable, but it is important to read the room and ensure humor is appropriate for the context. Adaptability is another key element of mastering conversation, as different social settings require different approaches. Conversations in professional environments demand clarity, professionalism, and respect, while casual conversations thrive on spontaneity, storytelling, and shared interests. Understanding the energy and tone of an interaction allows for smooth transitions between topics and prevents awkward silences. One of the best ways to keep a conversation engaging is through storytelling, as personal anecdotes and vivid descriptions captivate attention and create emotional connections. Sharing experiences makes conversations feel more personal and relatable, but it is important not to dominate the discussion. Effective conversationalists know how to match the energy of the person they're speaking with, mirroring their enthusiasm and adjusting their approach based on verbal and non-verbal feedback. If someone seems disengaged or uninterested, subtly shifting topics or asking a question can reignite the dialogue. One of the biggest challenges in conversation is overcoming awkward moments, such as silences or disagreements. Rather than fearing silence, skilled conversationalists embrace it as a natural part of dialogue, allowing for reflection and deeper thought. A well-placed pause can add weight to a statement, making words more impactful. When disagreements arise, emotionally intelligent individuals handle them with grace, choosing to listen, acknowledge the other person's perspective, and respond thoughtfully rather than reactively. Conversations do not always need to be about agreement. Respectful debates and differing viewpoints can lead to more stimulating discussions and broaden perspectives. The ability to remain composed, articulate viewpoints clearly, and de-escalate tension when necessary strengthens social influence and respect. Body language also plays a crucial role in conversation, reinforcing or contradicting spoken words. Leaning in slightly shows interest, mirroring the other person's expressions fosters connection, and maintaining relaxed but open posture makes interactions feel inviting. People subconsciously pick up on these cues, forming impressions about a speaker's confidence, sincerity, and engagement. A lack of eye contact, crossed arms, or fidgeting can create barriers, making the speaker seem disinterested or uncomfortable. Smiling, nodding, and using natural hand gestures enhance expressiveness and make conversations more engaging. Paying attention to the other person's body language also provides valuable insight into their emotions and level of engagement, allowing for adjustments in tone or topic as needed. Mastering conversation also involves understanding the balance of depth and lightheartedness. Some interactions call for deep, meaningful discussions, while others benefit from humor, casual banter, and playfulness. Being able to navigate both realms makes someone a more dynamic and well-rounded conversationalist. Conversations that feel too one-sided, overly serious, or dominated by a single speaker often lose engagement. The ability to shift gears, introduce fresh topics, and maintain a natural flow prevents monotony and keeps interactions enjoyable. Social awareness is essential in conversation, as reading the energy of a room and recognizing when to speak or listen improves social interactions. Some people struggle in conversations because they fail to notice cues indicating when someone is engaged, bored, or ready to move on. For example, a person checking their phone, giving short responses, or looking away frequently may not be fully invested in the discussion. Being aware of these signals allows for smooth exits from conversations without awkwardness. Knowing when and how to exit a conversation gracefully is just as important as knowing how to start one. Ending on a positive note, such as expressing appreciation for the discussion or making a light-hearted remark, leaves a lasting impression. Another critical aspect of great conversation is avoiding conversational pitfalls, such as interrupting, oversharing, or steering discussions toward negative or controversial topics without sensitivity. People appreciate those who give them space to express themselves, rather than those who dominate conversations or make everything about themselves. Talking excessively about personal problems, complaining, or engaging in gossip can quickly turn conversations into negative experiences. Instead, focusing on positive, stimulating, and thought-provoking topics fosters enjoyable and enriching interactions. Technology has changed the nature of conversation, with digital communication often replacing face-to-face interactions. While texting and social media offer convenience, they lack the depth and nuance of in-person dialogue. Eye contact, vocal tone, and body language are absent in digital interactions, making it easier for misunderstandings to arise. Strengthening real-world conversational skills ensures stronger connections and deeper relationships, preventing reliance on technology as a primary means of communication. At its core, conversation is about connection, understanding, and shared experience. The best conversationalists are those who are not just good speakers, but great listeners, those who approach interactions with curiosity, adaptability, and emotional intelligence. Every conversation is an opportunity to learn, connect, and create meaningful interactions that enrich both parties. By developing confidence, reading social cues, practicing active listening, and refining verbal and nonverbal communication, individuals can master the art of conversation and navigate social interactions with ease, influence, and authenticity. Chapter 5. Social Confidence Hacks. Social confidence is not an innate trait, but a skill that can be developed through deliberate practice, mindset shifts, and strategic behavioral changes. Many people struggle with social confidence due to self-doubt, fear of rejection, overthinking, and negative past experiences that reinforce insecurity. However, social confidence is not about being extroverted or naturally charismatic. It is about feeling comfortable in social situations, expressing oneself authentically, and handling interactions with ease. One of the most effective ways to build social confidence is by gradually exposing oneself to social situations that cause discomfort, starting small and progressively increasing the challenge. For example, making brief eye contact with strangers, offering a simple greeting, or engaging in small talk with cashiers and co-workers can help desensitize fear and make social interactions feel more natural. Over time, these small wins accumulate, rewiring the brain to associate socializing with positive experiences rather than anxiety. Body language plays a critical role in social confidence, as it influences both how one is perceived and how one feels internally. Standing tall with shoulders back, maintaining eye contact, and using open, relaxed gestures instantly projects confidence and makes social interactions smoother. Research shows that adopting power poses before social engagements can increase testosterone, the confidence hormone, and lower cortisol, the stress hormone, making individuals feel more self-assured. Smiling, using expressive hand gestures, and maintaining a composed posture create an aura of approachability and ease, making others more likely to engage positively. People subconsciously respond to confident body language, and when one appears confident, they are treated as such, reinforcing a cycle of social success. Even when feeling nervous, consciously adjusting body language tricks the brain into feeling more self-assured, reducing anxiety and hesitation. Overcoming negative self-talk is another essential aspect of social confidence. Many people sabotage themselves by engaging in self-defeating thoughts like "I'm not interesting enough" or "I'll embarrass myself," which creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. Reframing these thoughts into empowering beliefs, such as "I bring value to conversations" or "people enjoy talking to me," gradually rewires the subconscious mind, replacing fear with self-assurance. Visualization is a powerful tool in this process. Imagining oneself engaging in confident, successful interactions before they happen prepares the mind for real-world success. Practicing affirmations, such as "I am socially confident," or recalling past positive social experiences further reinforces this mental shift. The brain cannot distinguish between real and vividly imagined experiences, so consistently visualizing confidence rewires neural pathways to make it a reality. Engaging in controlled social experiments is an effective way to build social confidence quickly. Deliberately stepping into slightly uncomfortable situations, such as starting a conversation with a stranger, holding prolonged eye contact, or making a bold statement desensitizes social fear and proves that negative outcomes are rare. One technique is the rejection challenge, where one intentionally seeks small rejections, such as asking for a discount at a store or requesting something unreasonable. This trains the mind to detach from fear of rejection, making future social interactions less intimidating. Another method is using humor in social situations, as making people laugh instantly establishes rapport and diffuses nervousness. A well-placed joke, light-hearted remark, can break the ice and make interactions more enjoyable. Social confidence also improves by developing genuine curiosity about others. Many people struggle in social settings because they focus too much on themselves, worrying about what to say, how they appear, or whether they are making a good impression. Shifting the focus outward by asking engaging questions and actively listening reduces self-consciousness and creates more fluid conversations. People enjoy talking about themselves, and showing interest in their experiences makes interactions smoother and more rewarding. Instead of trying to perform in social situations, approaching conversations with the mindset of learning something new from each person leads to deeper connections and effortless engagement. This not only alleviates pressure, but also makes one a more compelling conversationalist. Practicing controlled breathing techniques before and during social interactions helps regulate anxiety and project calmness. Deep breathing, particularly diaphragmatic breathing, signals to the nervous system that there is no threat, reducing symptoms of nervousness like shaky hands, a racing heart, or a dry mouth. Before entering a social situation, taking a few deep breaths, exhaling slowly, and consciously relaxing the body primes the mind for confidence. Speaking slightly slower than usual also enhances perceived confidence, as rapid speech often signals nervousness, while controlled pacing conveys composure. Adding deliberate pauses between sentences not only projects authority, but also allows time to collect thoughts and maintain engagement. Mastering the skill of storytelling is a powerful social confidence hack. People who can share interesting, engaging, or humorous stories captivate attention and naturally draw others toward them. Instead of relying on generic small talk, sharing personal experiences, observations, or even amusing daily mishaps adds depth to conversations. Structuring stories with a clear beginning, middle, and end while incorporating emotion, vivid details, and relatable elements keeps listeners engaged. Practicing storytelling in low-pressure situations, such as with friends or family, builds fluency and makes it easier to incorporate into real-world social settings. Developing a strong sense of self-identity significantly boosts social confidence. Many social insecurities stem from seeking approval or validation from others, which creates nervousness and hesitation. However, when one is secure in their values, beliefs, and interests, social interactions become more natural and enjoyable. Instead of trying to fit in or mold oneself to social expectations, embracing authenticity attracts the right people and fosters deeper connections. Confident individuals do not fear judgment, because they understand that not everyone will resonate with them, and that is okay. They focus on self-expression rather than people-pleasing, making their presence magnetic. Exposure to a variety of social settings accelerates confidence building. Attending social events, joining clubs or networking groups, and deliberately engaging in group conversations provide practical experience in handling different types of interactions. The more one exposes themselves to diverse social experiences, the more adaptable and comfortable they become. Practicing in controlled environments, such as participating in improv classes or public speaking groups, also sharpens social skills in a supportive setting, making real-world interactions easier. Ultimately, social confidence is a muscle that strengthens with consistent practice. While it may feel uncomfortable at first, each positive interaction reinforces self-assurance and makes future interactions more effortless. Instead of waiting for confidence to appear, taking action, initiating conversations, embracing discomfort, and refining communication skills creates confidence. The goal is not to be perfect in every social interaction, but to develop ease, resilience, and self-trust. By applying these social confidence hacks consistently, anyone can transform their social presence, navigate interactions with grace, and cultivate an uncheckable sense of confidence in any situation. Chapter 6. Building Deep and Meaningful Connections. Building deep and meaningful connections is an essential aspect of life that goes beyond casual conversations or surface-level relationships, requiring emotional intelligence, vulnerability, authenticity, and consistent effort. Many people struggle with forming deep bonds because they fear rejection, avoid emotional exposure, or fail to invest time and energy into truly understanding others. However, genuine connections are not formed through transactional interactions or forced networking, but through mutual trust, shared experiences, and the ability to be fully present. True connection begins with authenticity, as pretending to be someone else or suppressing genuine thoughts and emotions creates barriers rather than bridges between people. When individuals express their true selves without fear of judgment, they attract those who resonate with their values, fostering relationships that feel natural and fulfilling. Active listening plays a crucial role in deepening connections, as it involves not just hearing words, but understanding emotions, reading nonverbal cues, and responding with empathy. Too often, people listen with the intent to reply rather than to understand, which prevents real engagement. Asking thoughtful questions, showing curiosity about the other person's experiences, and validating their feelings create an environment where trust and emotional intimacy can flourish. Vulnerability is a key component of deep relationships, as true connection requires openness, honesty, and the courage to share personal thoughts, fears, and aspirations. Many people avoid vulnerability due to fear of being judged or rejected. Yet it is through these moments of emotional exposure that the strongest bonds are formed. When one shares their struggles, insecurities, and personal stories, it invites others to do the same, creating a sense of mutual trust and understanding. However, vulnerability should be balanced and reciprocated. Sharing too much too soon or inappropriately can overwhelm the other person, while withholding emotions entirely creates emotional distance. Emotional intelligence is essential in navigating this balance, as it helps one gauge when and how to open up based on the nature of the relationship and the level of trust that has been established. Emotional attunement, recognizing and responding to the feelings of others, also deepens connections, as it demonstrates care, understanding, and the ability to support someone on an emotional level. Shared experiences are one of the strongest ways to create deep and lasting connections. When people go through meaningful moments together, whether through challenges, adventures, or moments of joy, it strengthens their emotional bond. Activities such as traveling, working on a project together, engaging in deep conversations, or simply spending quality time consistently build layers of connection that cannot be replicated through occasional small talk. Creating rituals, such as regular meetups, traditions, or inside jokes, adds depth and continuity to relationships, reinforcing a sense of belonging and emotional closeness. Consistency in communication and effort is crucial. Relationships require maintenance, and those who invest time and energy into staying connected build stronger bonds. In a world where digital distractions and fast-paced lifestyles often lead to fragmented relationships, prioritizing presence and quality time over superficial interactions makes a significant difference. Empathy is a cornerstone of meaningful connections, as it allows individuals to understand and share the feelings of others on a deeper level. Many relationships remain surface level because people fail to see beyond their own perspective or prioritize their own experiences over those of others. True connection involves putting oneself in the other person's shoes, offering support without judgment, and validating their emotions even when one does not fully relate. This does not mean always agreeing, but rather acknowledging the other person's perspective as valid and important. People remember how they feel around others more than the specific words spoken, so creating a safe and non-judgmental space fosters trust and emotional depth. Kindness, patience, and understanding are powerful forces in strengthening connections, as small gestures of care and consideration leave lasting impressions. Deep relationships also require emotional independence and self-awareness. Many people seek connection as a way to fill internal voids, relying on others to provide validation, happiness, or a sense of purpose. However, true connection thrives when individuals enter relationships from a place of wholeness rather than emotional dependency. Understanding one's own values, emotional triggers, and communication patterns allows for healthier and more fulfilling relationships, as it prevents misunderstandings, unrealistic expectations, and unnecessary conflicts. Instead of seeking connections to complete oneself, approaching relationships with a mindset of sharing, growing, and contributing creates stronger and more balanced bonds. Emotional resilience is also important, as misunderstandings, disagreements, and conflicts are inevitable in any deep relationship. The ability to navigate these challenges with maturity, communicate openly, and resolve conflicts with respect strengthens relationships rather than weakening them. Trust is the foundation of any deep connection, and it is built over time through consistency, honesty, and reliability. Many relationships fail to deepen because trust is broken through dishonesty, inconsistency, or lack of follow-through. Trust is not just about keeping secrets, but also about showing up when needed, being dependable, and demonstrating integrity in both words and actions. When trust is established, people feel safe to be themselves, express their emotions, and rely on each other without fear of betrayal. Keeping promises, respecting boundaries, and being honest even when difficult conversations arise foster an environment of emotional security. Conversely, broken trust is challenging to repair and often leads to emotional distance unless both parties are willing to rebuild it through accountability and sincere effort. Another crucial aspect of deep connections is the ability to embrace differences. No two individuals think, feel, or experience life in exactly the same way, and meaningful relationships thrive on understanding rather than expecting complete alignment. Differences in opinions, backgrounds, and perspectives can be opportunities for growth rather than obstacles, as they expand one's worldview and create dynamic and enriching conversations. The key is mutual respect and the ability to engage in discussions without judgment or the need to win arguments. Accepting people as they are rather than trying to change them leads to deeper appreciation and stronger emotional bonds. Communication is the lifeblood of any meaningful relationship, and it goes beyond just talking. It involves expressing needs, setting boundaries, and resolving conflicts in a way that strengthens the connection rather than causing distance. Many relationships suffer because individuals either avoid difficult conversations or communicate in ways that are defensive, passive-aggressive, or unclear. Being able to express feelings openly, ask for what one needs without guilt, and address misunderstandings with patience and clarity enhances the quality of relationships. Conflict, when handled with emotional intelligence and respect, can actually deepen connections rather than damage them. Relationships that can withstand disagreements and still maintain trust and respect are often the strongest and most enduring. In a world where many interactions are fleeting and transactional, creating deep and meaningful connections requires intentionality, presence, and the willingness to invest emotionally. Technology has made it easier to communicate, but harder to connect, as many people replace genuine interaction with passive digital engagement. Prioritizing face-to-face conversations, meaningful dialogue, and emotional presence over superficial online exchanges leads to more fulfilling relationships. While not every connection will be deep, making an effort to cultivate a few profound and meaningful relationships enhances emotional well-being, personal growth, and overall life satisfaction. At its core, building deep connections is about creating emotional spaces where people feel seen, heard, valued, and understood. It requires letting go of superficiality, embracing vulnerability, practicing empathy, and showing up consistently with genuine care and effort. The strongest relationships are not necessarily the ones with the most history, but the ones where both individuals invest in understanding and supporting each other on a deeper level. Meaningful connections bring fulfillment, resilience, and a profound sense of belonging, making life richer and more rewarding. Chapter 7. Navigating difficult social situations. Navigating difficult social situations requires a combination of emotional intelligence, self-awareness, adaptability, and effective communication skills to handle conflicts. Awkward encounters, misunderstandings, and high-pressure interactions with confidence and composure. Many people struggle in challenging social scenarios because they react impulsively, let emotions take control, or avoid confrontation altogether, leading to unresolved tension and further discomfort. However, mastering difficult social situations is not about avoiding conflict or trying to please everyone. It is about developing the ability to respond rather than react. Stay calm under pressure, and find constructive solutions that maintain respect and understanding between all parties involved. Emotional regulation plays a key role in this process, as heightened emotions such as anger, frustration, or anxiety can cloud judgment and escalate tensions. Practicing deep breathing, pausing before responding, and assessing the situation objectively allows for more thoughtful and measured reactions. Self-awareness is equally important, as it helps individuals recognize their own triggers, biases, and emotional responses, preventing unnecessary escalation of minor conflicts. Instead of taking things personally, viewing difficult interactions as opportunities for growth fosters a mindset of resilience and adaptability. One of the most effective ways to handle difficult social situations is by practicing active listening and seeking to understand the other person's perspective before formulating a response. Many conflicts arise not from actual disagreement, but from misunderstandings, misinterpretations, or a lack of clear communication. By listening attentively, asking clarifying questions, and acknowledging the other person's feelings, tensions can often be diffused before they escalate. Validation does not necessarily mean agreement, but it shows that one respects and acknowledges the other person's emotions, which often softens their defensiveness and opens the door for productive dialogue. Maintaining an open and non-judgmental attitude helps prevent conversations from becoming adversarial, allowing both parties to express themselves without fear of being dismissed or attacked. Assertiveness is also crucial in managing difficult social interactions, as it enables individuals to set clear boundaries, communicate needs effectively, and stand up for themselves without being aggressive or passive. Assertive communication involves using I statements rather than you accusations, which prevents the other person from becoming defensive and encourages a more solution-focused conversation. Handling criticism, rejection, or negative feedback is another common challenge in social situations, but learning to process it without taking it personally is essential for growth and confidence. Many people fear criticism because they associate it with failure or inadequacy, but constructive criticism is often an opportunity to improve and refine social skills. Instead of reacting with defensiveness, approaching feedback with curiosity and a willingness to learn allows for personal development and stronger relationships. Reframing rejection as redirection rather than a personal failure helps build resilience and prevent social anxieties from taking hold. Not everyone will connect, agree, or approve, and that is a natural part of human interactions. Learning to detach self-worth from external validation makes it easier to handle difficult conversations and navigate social complexities with ease. The ability to disagree respectfully without damaging relationships is another vital skill in difficult social situations. Many people avoid disagreements out of fear of conflict, but disagreements, when handled with respect and an open mind, can lead to deeper understanding and stronger connections. Instead of viewing disagreements as battles to be won, seeing them as exchanges of perspectives fosters mutual growth and intellectual flexibility. Dealing with passive-aggressive behavior, manipulation, or toxic interactions requires setting firm boundaries and maintaining emotional control. Some people use indirect communication, guilt-tripping, or subtle hostility to express their frustrations, which can create confusion and discomfort. Recognizing these behaviors early and addressing them directly, but calmly prevents unnecessary tension from festering. Instead of engaging in emotional games, responding with clarity, directness, and neutrality removes the manipulative power from such interactions. In cases of persistent toxicity, distancing oneself from individuals who repeatedly create stress, drama, or negativity is a necessary step in protecting emotional well-being. Conflict resolution techniques, such as finding common ground, focusing on solutions rather than blame, and using de-escalation strategies, help turn difficult situations into opportunities for mutual understanding and problem-solving. When emotions run high, using a calm and composed tone, maintaining steady body language, and avoiding impulsive reactions set the tone for a constructive conversation rather than an argument. Social anxiety and fear of embarrassment often make difficult social situations feel overwhelming, but exposure and practice build confidence over time. The more one puts themselves in uncomfortable social scenarios and learns to handle them with composure, the more natural and effortless social navigation becomes. Instead of avoiding difficult conversations, stepping into them with a problem-solving mindset and emotional detachment makes them more manageable. Role-playing potential scenarios, preparing key talking points in advance, and mentally rehearsing positive outcomes create a sense of readiness when facing socially challenging moments. Developing a strong sense of self and emotional resilience ensures that external situations do not dictate internal peace, allowing individuals to handle difficult people and conversations without internalizing negativity. Humor can also be a powerful tool in diffusing tension and easing awkwardness in certain situations, as a well-placed light-hearted remark can shift the mood and create a more relaxed atmosphere. Navigating social politics in workplace settings, networking events, or formal environments requires an understanding of social dynamics, power structures, and appropriate communication strategies. In professional settings, disagreements, miscommunication, and interpersonal conflicts are inevitable, but handling them with diplomacy and professionalism ensures that relationships and reputations remain intact. Staying neutral in unnecessary drama, avoiding gossip, and focusing on solutions rather than problems contribute to a strong and respected social presence. Emotional intelligence is crucial in these situations, as recognizing the unspoken social cues, motivations, and intentions of others allows for better decision-making and conflict management. In social gatherings, navigating group dynamics, engaging with different personalities, and adapting to shifting conversations require flexibility and social awareness. Observing group energy, identifying key influencers in social circles, and adjusting communication style based on the audience creates smoother and more enjoyable interactions. Difficult social situations also include handling awkward silences, unexpected rejections, or sudden social pressure, all of which can feel uncomfortable, but are completely normal aspects of interaction. Instead of fearing silence, embracing it as a natural part of conversation and using it as a moment to gather thoughts prevents unnecessary anxiety. When faced with an unexpected rejection, whether in social invitations, dating, or professional networking, responding with grace and confidence rather than desperation or defensiveness leaves a lasting positive impression. Handling social pressure, whether from peer influence, workplace expectations, or family dynamics, requires staying true to one's values and setting personal boundaries without feeling obligated to conform. Practicing saying no without guilt, prioritizing personal well-being, and maintaining a clear sense of self ensures that external pressures do not dictate actions or self-worth. Ultimately, navigating difficult social situations is about developing the inner confidence, emotional intelligence, and interpersonal skills necessary to handle challenges with poise and control. Instead of fearing discomfort, embracing these moments as opportunities for growth transforms social struggles into valuable learning experiences. Every interaction, no matter how challenging, offers insight into human behavior, personal triggers, and ways to refine communication and emotional management. As one gains more experience and exposure to various social challenges, handling difficult people, conversations, and situations becomes second nature. With practice, patience, and a mindset focused on problem solving rather than avoidance, anyone can master the art of social navigation and turn even the most challenging situations into opportunities for stronger relationships, personal growth, and lasting confidence. Chapter 8. Mastering Charisma and Influence. Mastering charisma and influence is the key to becoming someone who naturally draws others in, captivates attention, and leaves a lasting impact in both social and professional settings. Charisma is not an inborn trait, but a combination of confidence, emotional intelligence, body language, and the ability to make others feel valued and inspired. True charisma starts with self-assurance, believing in one's own worth, ideas, and presence. People are naturally drawn to those who exude certainty, as confidence signals leadership, reliability, and competence. However, real confidence is not arrogance, but a quiet, uncheckable belief in oneself without the need for validation. Presence is another crucial element, as truly charismatic individuals are fully engaged in the moment, making those around them feel like the most important person in the room. Active listening, maintaining eye contact, and responding with genuine interest create a magnetic effect that makes interactions memorable. The ability to communicate persuasively without being forceful is another defining trait of influential individuals. They know how to use the right words, tone, and storytelling techniques to spark emotion, inspire action, and create a sense of connection. Charismatic individuals are also masters of body language, using open gestures, confident posture, and expressive facial movements to enhance their words and reinforce their message. A warm, inviting smile and a strong, steady voice further establish an aura of authority and approachability. The power of influence goes beyond mere charm. It is the ability to shape perspectives, inspire action, and lead others with conviction. Influence is built on trust, credibility, and the ability to align with the desires, needs, and emotions of others. People do not follow those who merely talk. They follow those who embody the principles they preach. This is why authenticity is a cornerstone of lasting influence. Faking charisma may work temporarily, but genuine influence requires consistency, integrity, and the ability to build deep connections based on respect and trust. Understanding human psychology plays a major role in becoming influential, as the most persuasive individuals know how to tap into emotions, frame their messages effectively, and appeal to both logic and sentiment. They understand that people make decisions based on feelings first and justify them with logic later. This is why the most influential speakers, leaders, and social figures use stories, metaphors, and powerful imagery to create emotional engagement rather than relying solely on facts. Additionally, they use the principle of reciprocity, offering value, assistance, or insight without expecting immediate returns to build goodwill and long-term influence. One of the most overlooked aspects of charisma and influence is adaptability. Truly magnetic individuals can adjust their energy, communication style, and approach depending on the situation and the people they are engaging with. They possess a keen sense of social awareness, allowing them to sense the mood of a room and respond accordingly. Whether in a high-energy social gathering or a serious business meeting, they instinctively know how to position themselves in a way that resonates with the audience. Emotional intelligence plays a huge role in this, as the ability to read nonverbal cues, detect hidden emotions, and respond empathetically creates deeper bonds and strengthens influence. Charismatic individuals do not dominate conversations. Instead, they make others feel important by giving them space to speak, validating their opinions, and subtly guiding the interaction in a way that benefits both parties. Their presence is calming yet energizing, making people feel safe, understood, and motivated in their company. A major misconception about charisma is that it is all about being extroverted and loud, but some of the most powerful influencers are quiet, composed, and deeply thoughtful. Introverted charisma comes from a calm presence, depth of conversation, and an aura of wisdom that makes people want to listen. Whether extroverted or introverted, charismatic individuals all share one thing in common. They understand the art of making others feel seen, heard, and valued. The ability to build rapport quickly is another key trait of influence. People are drawn to those who mirror their energy, values, and emotions, creating a sense of instant connection. Subtle mirroring of body language, tone, and speech patterns can subconsciously build familiarity and trust, making others feel a natural affinity toward the charismatic person. Being genuinely curious about others, asking meaningful questions, and remembering small details about past conversations make people feel special and deepen social bonds. Charisma and influence are not just about verbal communication, they are also about presence, energy, and the ability to evoke emotions in others. People remember how they feel around charismatic individuals more than the specific words that were spoken, creating a positive, uplifting energy that makes others feel empowered, motivated, and inspired is what sets true influencers apart. The ability to remain composed under pressure, handle conflicts with grace, and project unwavering confidence, even in uncertainty, reinforces the perception of strength and leadership. Additionally, humor is a powerful tool for charisma, as lightheartedness, wit, and the ability to make others laugh create a sense of ease and relatability. However, Humor must be used wisely, as forced or inappropriate jokes can have the opposite effect. The best charismatic individuals know when to be serious, when to be playful, and how to balance the two effortlessly. To maximize influence, understanding the principles of persuasion is essential. Techniques such as social proof, scarcity, authority, and commitment all play a role in shaping opinions and driving action. When people see that others admire, respect, or follow someone, they are more likely to do the same. When someone presents their ideas with absolute certainty and conviction, people tend to trust them more. When someone gives others a reason to commit, whether through shared goals, common values, or mutual benefits, loyalty and influence increase. Additionally, storytelling remains one of the most powerful tools of persuasion, as narratives bypass logical resistance and appeal directly to emotions. The most charismatic speakers and leaders craft compelling stories that resonate on a deep level, making their message unforgettable. Developing charisma and influence is a lifelong skill that requires self-improvement, social practice, and refining one's ability to connect with others on a deeper level. Confidence must be cultivated daily through positive self-talk, overcoming social fears, and consistently stepping outside of comfort zones. Emotional intelligence must be developed by practicing empathy, improving listening skills, and learning to manage emotions effectively. Communication skills must be sharpened through conscious effort, learning how to articulate thoughts clearly, use voice modulation, and adapt speech patterns for maximum impact. Charisma and influence are not about tricks or manipulation, but about creating genuine, meaningful relationships that inspire, uplift, and drive positive change. The most magnetic people are those who add value to others' lives, making them feel important, empowered, and understood. True influence is not about commanding attention, but about earning it through authenticity, trust, and an unshakable presence. As one continues to develop these skills, charisma becomes second nature, allowing for effortless social interactions, stronger relationships, and the power to leave a lasting impact wherever one goes. Conclusion: mastering emotional intelligence and social skills is not about pretending to be someone else or memorizing scripted interactions, but about deeply understanding oneself and others to navigate social situations with confidence, authenticity, and ease. At the core of social mastery is self-awareness, the ability to recognize personal strengths, weaknesses, triggers, and emotional responses, allowing one to adjust their behavior and communication style to build stronger connections. Social anxiety and shyness often stem from an excessive focus on oneself, overanalyzing potential mistakes, and fearing judgment. But the truth is that most people are far too focused on their own concerns to scrutinize others as much as we assume. Shifting the focus outward, becoming genuinely curious about others, and engaging in conversations with the intention of learning and connecting rather than seeking approval naturally dissolve these fears over time. Emotional intelligence enhances every interaction by allowing individuals to read subtle social cues, understand underlying emotions, and respond appropriately instead of reacting impulsively. Developing emotional regulation is crucial in social settings, as the ability to manage stress, stay composed under pressure, and prevent personal insecurities from clouding judgment makes interactions smoother and more enjoyable. Recognizing the emotions of others, whether through tone of voice, facial expressions, or body language, allows for deeper empathy, stronger bonds, and more meaningful conversations that go beyond surface-level exchanges. Body language plays an even greater role in social success than words do, as people subconsciously form impressions based on posture, gestures, facial expressions, and overall presence before verbal communication even begins. A confident, open posture signals self-assurance and approachability, while slouched shoulders, crossed arms, and downward gazes communicate insecurity, discomfort, or lack of interest. Mastering nonverbal communication involves becoming mindful of the way one carries themselves, ensuring that their physical presence aligns with the message they intend to convey. Subtle cues such as maintaining steady eye contact, using expressive hand gestures, mirroring the body language of conversation partners, and maintaining a warm, genuine smile all contribute to the perception of charisma, confidence, and trustworthiness. Beyond body language, the ability to hold engaging conversations is fundamental to social success. Many struggle with social interactions, not because they lack things to say, but because they overthink or doubt the value of their contributions. Developing strong conversational skills involves practicing active listening, asking open-ended questions, and responding with thoughtful comments that show genuine engagement. People are naturally drawn to those who make them feel heard, valued, and understood, making listening an even more powerful tool than speaking. Learning to tell compelling stories, use humor appropriately, and seamlessly transition between topics keeps conversations lively and memorable. True social confidence is not about trying to impress everyone, but about cultivating an unshakable belief in oneself, setting healthy boundaries, and recognizing personal worth regardless of external validation. Confidence grows through repeated exposure to social situations, willingness to embrace discomfort, and challenging self-imposed limitations. The most socially confident individuals are not those who never experience doubt or anxiety, but those who acknowledge these feelings without allowing them to dictate their behavior. Small shifts in mindset, such as viewing social interactions as opportunities rather than tests, gradually rewire the brain to associate socializing with excitement rather than fear. Deep and meaningful relationships are not formed through forced small talk, but through genuine curiosity, emotional vulnerability, and a willingness to invest time and energy in understanding others on a deeper level. The key to building strong connections is consistency, reliability, and shared experiences that foster trust and emotional closeness. Authentic relationships develop when individuals feel safe expressing their true thoughts and emotions without fear of judgment or rejection. Navigating difficult social situations requires emotional intelligence, patience, and the ability to remain composed under pressure. Conflict, misunderstandings, and uncomfortable interactions are inevitable in social life, but they do not have to be feared or avoided. Instead, difficult social situations should be viewed as opportunities to practice problem-solving, assertiveness, and emotional control. The ability to disagree respectfully, handle criticism with grace, and resolve conflicts without escalating tension is a defining trait of socially intelligent individuals. Assertive communication, expressing thoughts and needs clearly while respecting others, ensures that one's voice is heard without resorting to aggression or passivity. Maintaining composure in social challenges strengthens resilience and reinforces the perception of confidence and reliability. Charisma and influence are not exclusive to naturally extroverted individuals, but can be developed through intentional self-improvement, social awareness, and the ability to make others feel valued. Charisma is not about being the loudest or most entertaining person in the room, but about exuding a presence that captivates, inspires, and fosters genuine connections. The most charismatic individuals possess a balance of confidence, warmth, and authenticity that makes others feel comfortable and drawn to them. Influence is built on trust, credibility, and the ability to inspire action through persuasion rather than force. Understanding human psychology, recognizing what motivates people, and communicating ideas with conviction allows socially intelligent individuals to shape perspectives and drive meaningful conversations. Persuasion techniques such as storytelling, emotional appeals, and the use of social proof increase one's ability to influence others in both professional and personal settings. True influence is not about manipulation, but about aligning with the desires, values, and emotions of others to create mutually beneficial outcomes. Developing emotional intelligence and social skills is a lifelong process that requires consistent self-reflection, practice, and refinement. The journey to social mastery is not about achieving perfection, but about continuous growth, learning from experiences, and gradually stepping outside of comfort zones to expand one's capabilities. Confidence emotional control, conversational skills, and the ability to build deep connections are all trainable skills that improve with effort and experience. Those who once struggled with shyness, social anxiety, or insecurity can completely transform their social presence by applying the principles of emotional intelligence, effective communication, and self-improvement. Social success is not determined by natural ability, but by the willingness to learn, practice, and embrace social challenges with a growth-oriented mindset. The key to unlocking one's full social potential lies in authenticity, confidence, and a deep understanding of human interaction. When these elements align, social interactions become effortless, relationships become more fulfilling, and influence naturally increases. Mastering emotional intelligence and social skills allows individuals to move through the world with greater ease, command respect without force, and build a life filled with meaningful connections, enriching experiences, and opportunities that once seemed out of reach.